Be it.
Just
I
go.
mean, he's gonna
Just
wave
keep
play
walking.
this one.
Yeah,
just walking
Go.
straight at
Go.
it, about to have the overheat. Go Cube, go! Go
Look at
Cube,
Scare's
go!
face.
Go Cube, go!
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
We fully want to commit to just trying to play right here. Oh, Sheer. Oh, no.
Uh-oh, walk into the bush, and he is in a lot of trouble. CC chain from hell, and Sheer will bite the dust. First blood for WE.
So
FPX, though, I've been really interested at teams' willingness to kind of sneak the dragon right before the grub spawn. Now, the next question becomes if they want to go contest over the grub spot side. Still a little while till the next spawn of the objectives, but they have a play. WE, unsuspecting hail of arrows, is going to hit. The slowdown comes through. Vampire going to Spider-Man his way out. The wind becomes lightning. Vampire going to flash. Handshake hits. They might have enough damage here. Vampire going to get his life staked from him. Assume finds that kill, and that'll be the return cube on the Ord. But it is WE. They're looking to even up the dragon score here. The early stacking will not be the case for FPX. Vampire just takes the engage. They have left the dragon to just kill Dway, but now they've overextended themselves, and this is a fight that FPX want all day. Shadow is making mincemeat of him. Taeyun, with that super carry mentality, tries to even things up, but FPX, they find a double kill for Shadow, and they'll take that dragon.
So, when you asked which team gets the benefit from having...
WE reeling a little bit, not much, only 1,000 gold difference, but we do have first items coming up, and WE gonna start up this next spawn of grubs, but it's on to Assume, gonna flash out, big duck coming through, and Karis now maybe able to get the one kill back. It's gonna be Vampire. He's gonna be taken down in the end by Assume, and now the follow through on a Taeyun, and he is also going to fall. Didn't even need the Orn Horn, but using it anyways. FPX taking the real deal after starting 0-4 to get the season started, and now able to pick up the slack WE is putting down, and have been able to capitalize multiple times on this very strong composition. And now Shadow just feels like a demon. Care finally gets the Weaver's Wall off. It was a perfect one as well, but Vampire able to get away with the Blast Cone.
Blast Cone Gaming right there. FPX now, they're a little bit pinched in. Actually, they're just going to be able to bully their way out.
Okay, maybe they just catch Monkey too.
What?
You can't move, sir. Freeze and stay still as he slowly is not going down. Finally dies. Assume trying to taste out Taeyun to the 1v1. Meanwhile, Shadow also falls. Some kind of catastrophic meltdown just happened in that fight. They couldn't take down Monkey for the longest time. And now Cube coming over with the unstoppable onslaught, taking down Assume. They don't get the knockup on a Dway. That'll be all she wrote, but what a by them. Monkey gonna hover around. Grand Starfall coming in. They want a mid lane. Assume is the target. He's gonna dodge out of nearly everything, but there was too much headed his way. Flash hostile takeover play coming through, but a nice horn from Karis, of all people, to take down Dway, and that'll be a couple quick pickups by WE from the mid lane.
I love the snap play right there from WE. You see Assume stood where he really shouldn't be. Now they're gonna go again, engage right here onto Care.
Yeah, they might actually find him. Seismic shove right back. Kara throwing some rocks, flinging some stones. Able to pull the rest of WE up, but now Shadow overextends and Monkey takes him down. It'll be the trade back of both junglers. Sheer getting away with that one. Kara able to get the kill back, but there's what? Right there. Just as we go back into live. It is the next dragon started up by WE. This would be a stop of the stacking. Remember last time WE took this fight. Here comes the unstoppable onslaught. Lands on the 3. Cube is just causing a ruckus in the middle of everybody. CC chains from hell. Care not going to go down though. Big 3-man knockup from Sheer. Karis looking on the edge, looking for the abscond abduct. Goes through, goes onto the back line. Now finding more. Assume already down now as well. WE starting to lose some health bars, but still keeping consistent. And Cube goes zombie mode. Sheer will not fall. FPX taken aback, and their stacking will be over. Dragon to WE.
If they want it, no, they want to go in. Monkey.
Monkey,
no.
Oh no. You could have had the dragon. You could have had it all. Taeyun will get the shutdown on a Care. That's 800 gold to Taeyun, and that'll be worth.
Point team fights where they're long and extended. At this point in the game, it's fine. Later on, Care is going to shred them.
We're looking at the picture-in-picture now, the live, as Shear's going low, but going to try to get the Ornhorn back from Karis, as now they go into the back line. Karis is going ham right now on the Silas, and WE, they're using that strength we called for them. The time is nigh, and they will wipe 4 from FPX in a massive series of plays, and the Dragon going their way.
And they can turn this one around into a mid lane tier 1, maybe even the Herald as well. WE, 2 items completed on their jungler and their ADC, and they press the go button. Care having to use the Weaver's Wall just to get into the mid lane to stop that one.
Dayun gonna cleanse out. That was close.
Yeah.
He did want to use the Killer Instinct over the worked ground there. And now Monkey was getting a little bit low doing the Atacama. They need to be careful. If the resists are down now, WE still have about 1 minute and 40 seconds on their Atacama GA. Some gold going back to FPX. Care whole. Their solo lanes were the big focus for us coming into this one. But now my big focus is WE using this Atacama GA to just be annoying.
Yeah.
And take as much gold on the map as they can as they take down items for everybody now. That's going to be massive. Except for Vampire. Unfortunately for him, he is a support for that scaling condition. But 3 items just about for everybody for Team WE. They also have the Rift Herald play available to them with Monkey. Dragon will end up going their way as well, slowly but sure. Oh my god, Monkey, you've left Dragon twice now. I cannot believe you've done this. And he just flashes out. Oh my god, Monkey, what is happening? Care gonna flash out himself away from Cars. And now Wreck into the front line goes Cube, a big unstoppable onslaught. Sheer with the re-engage. Monkey in some trouble, but the double knock up there. Decimating smash is massive. Shadow's going to buy a lot of time with the Crescent Guard. Cube still has untouched with his gigantic health bar, but Monkey being down going to push that even more. Rift Herald getting spawned there. Must have been just a timeout, but WE already halving on the Baron. Shadow not confident to move forward into this composition. There's too much lockdown, and the Baron just going to go down to a 2-man job from Team WE.
And the teleport comes through right here from Care for nothing. Just completely wasted.
Game number 1 definitely slipping away from FPX a little bit. And after their early game stacking did go awry, WE looking to capitalize on Care, the man that we were just talking about. Doesn't even get the turret either. And he will just fall in the side lane.
Going to be the fact that Cube is an absolute monster at the moment.
He is, and he picked it first. We needed a payoff as multiple tiers. And honestly, it's been down to that good execution from them, capitalizing on some of FPX's mistakes. Now Cube still has the unstoppable onslaught.
Really?
Flash in front of him, and they're committing everything to this man. He is an unstoppable beast, but finally he will be stopped. The red light comes up. Cube is forced into submission. Unfortunately for him, WE don't really get anything else on the map except for
right here onto this top side. So again, this is a lot of gold that Assumes just got him for himself. Once he turns that into a death cap, he is going to be mauling people.
And they've gotten upgrades across the table except for Jway, but maybe this is the time. WE just want to go for the engage. They are missing everything. Grand Starfall coming in. They target onto Jway. Jway is being focused down by Monkey. He's going to fall to the bailout now. Ornhorn coming through from Karis as they do end up getting that counter engage. Spear coming across the wall, but FPX starting to find some tussle, starting to find some fight. Tayun flashing over the wall, goes Golden. Maybe he's going to go down now. Karis going up to save his life as well. Karis picking up the slack where they needed. Tayun might have fallen, but WE are still strong together, and they're TPing in the mid lane. They're looking for the finish, and they're looking for this game 1 win.
Yeah, going to be 30 seconds, 40 seconds until anybody important is going to be back up and available. FPX, they tried to hold out. They were so close to getting that scaling through, but WE, they win the mid game, and they're going to pick this one up right here.
What a spree from this team. We were asking, is FPX going to be the better of the streaking teams? They've had the harder opponents. They've defeated some big names in this one, but WE are looking to make their own spree of things as they take down game 1 over FPX, and truly has been a huge come up.
Monkey is, who is it that you're gonna go and assassinate right now? Because, like, surely the Draven's the primary target, but I don't even know that the Draven's gonna be doing the most damage in this game. Monkey now gonna be doing this one before we see the grubs fully spawn. So if you do want to respond to it, you can potentially, at the same time as Monkey, you can just kind of stick around in this bottom side of the map. Yeah, you give up 3 grubs, not the end of the world as long as you can compete for the next set, but make this bot lane, what should be an aggressive bot lane, uncomfortable.
Oh, the flash play. Really good block from Dway, though, actually, in the end. And now Vampire. Look at it go down. No. Cha-ching! Assume gets the cash in. Looking for another. Gets a double. Looking for a triple. Not going to be able to get it. But it's Assume on his premier Draven. Going to come out big.
Assume's free hitting. He doesn't stop auto-attacking onto Vampire and then Monkey the entirety of this play.
Oh, we look in the picture-in-picture, though. And a big pick has come down onto Shadow now.
Early game power to pull them through into the later stages. So right now, I think WE, they're going to need to change something up. They've got a couple of objectives spawning.
Oh, he's going full in on the Care. Going to dodge out, but still falling. The kill goes to Vampire, though. And that's unfortunate there for WE. Step to Assume, and you better not miss.
Oh, Assume right now is sick with it. Just able to use the fancy feet to get away. Now we're going to look for a play up topside onto Cube. Sheer, though, actually takes a huge chunk of damage back.
Gonna look for him, though. Tangle Barb connects, and that might be a little trouble for Cube. TP is going to come from both sides. Cube just trying to get out of this one, but Pop Blossom will lock him down long enough to take him down. Now the turret is going to be ramping up. They got to be careful. Karis can really outplay them here. Another shot is going to go through. Not going to get the kill just yet, but Sheer's going to fall, and Karis gets the outplay in a 1v4, baby. And now Vampire's coming over to try to stop the rest of these backs going through, but a beautiful play from Karis.
Alright, Ramping makes that play so easy, and they can actually continue this one on WE, continue to step up. They're just going to be able to take a huge chunk out of Care. Oh, he doesn't even get him! What? Karis!
Care looking up, saying, Riot, what is happening right now as he goes down? And Karis is still kicking. This Rise starting to get the payoff as grubs have spawned. Shadow is right here, but Monkey right with the side of Vampire to come at this one. Oh, Leona not able to hit really anything. Deadly Flourish does connect, though, and they take down Assume. That's the big target you wanted. You don't want the Draven to function. And now they get another kill onto Monkey.
What was that pathing from Assume? You are a Draven. You cannot be stepping up in that situation right there. Gets taken out. Deadly Flourish more than enough to keep him locked down. Throughout all of this, the grubs still have not fallen. Monkey desperately trying to pick these up. Yeah.
He's by himself. Literally just started it up. Is looking to go down. The death mark has been popped. Permafrost into the glacial prison. And he will also end up...
Again.
The fact that Shadow almost goes down too.
Again, Shadow so nearly dies. She does die. And Karis gets more. Hang on, we're going again.
They got to catch. They got to pick. Maybe Vampire getting locked down himself, though. Stand aside. Gonna be there. Pop Blossom right back. But look at Karis. He's on the back line. Gonna miss the first one. But WE, they might have just found the fight they were looking for. Karis going down low, and there he goes. Sheer trying to snip away at the lives of WE. Monkey trying to dodge away. Gets the shield. Gets alive. And WE... This is magical from this team. Monkey! Again, they put together a Wonder Star comp here, something that teams dream of in the current meta, and it's all about WE continuing to push the pace of the game. Gonna dodge out of the ult is Cube, but Cube is still in a 1v3. Lockdown, CC chained, and Dway will take the kill.
There we go. Dway picking that one up. Not ideal, but it is at least going to be a kill. You can get good tower pressure in this bottom side as well. We've got less than a minute now until the next Herald is going to be up and available. See if WE want to try to play around this one. I feel like at this point, WE, they just want to keep the tempo high. Usually, when you look at this kind of composition between a Ryze and a Jhin, you'd think they'd want to wait a lot later on into the game, but into FPX's composition really can't afford to sit around, and they've done such a good job of getting themselves into an advantage at this point that with their item breakpoints very close on the horizon, just keep the pressure up. It's really going to pop off here for FPX. Because despite the fact that the gold is pretty much even at this point in the game, it very much feels like FPX are on the back foot at the moment. That's mainly because WE have just been more proactive than them.
And they do have some leads to speak of. I mean, you have a little bit of a CS differential in top lane, in mid lane. It comes there, but that is tough As WE now have to recenter focus around this Rift Herald. They're going to try to catch out Vampire. They do end up getting the flash there, so flash is burned on either side. Monkey always looking for his entrance. The death mark is the important factor here as Solar Flare comes in. They get the flank from Cube. FPX feeling a little bit more wary to approach this fight. Rift Herald about half health here now as well. They're going to have to get that Soul Unbound back to his body, and it's FPX to take primary position.
All of this is happening right now. Karis is just farming in the top lane. He's just getting a push going for his team. Now he's going to think about rejoining. The Rift Herald did end up resetting. Got a couple key ultis down too. Vampire steps up. Care. Oh no.
The deadly flourish from afar though as the lockdown comes through. Fate sealed force, but now WE, they have to turn back onto the 1v3. At least now Vampire completely left on his lonesome is going to go down. Shadow looking for the angle as he now finds himself out caught as Teu not going to hit the deadly flourish there. The Whirling Death did get used by Assume, but it will be the pick off onto Vampire.
Many rises at the moment just are not proactive with the Realm Warps. You kind of only see it defensively. We might see it defensively right here, depending on what Karis wants to do. I don't know that he knows he's in as much threat as he is right now.
Yeah, nobody's coming to save him. They're walking down the lane. TP's going to come in now as well. There'll be Cube coming to join. Karis feeling very confident to step forward, but he might have overstayed his welcome. They go straight on the Cube.
No.
The Karis is too hard to kill. We're going to try to kill Cube. Shadow gets sniped from Tayun. The deadly flourish from afar, but now it's Sheer cutting down the back line as well as FPX have pried apart the sides of WE. Monkey is on the wrong side of things now. Deadly flourish not going to hit, but the curtain call is going to be unleashed. Monkey is surrounded as he goes for his Shadow clone. Vampire goes in at the same time, maybe not expecting that one, and he will give his life for nothing as Rift Herald should be. Ooh, it's going to be the added con by FPX, though. Really well timed by them, and it just seems like WE caught slacking just a little wee bit, as it will be that trade of objective. Second Dragon did go the way of WE there, but this isn't a position where you want to be even, and that's what we've kind of tried to harp on. Vampire also trying to clean things up a little bit for his own right. Still a very even game state. It is going to be mid lane as the defensive nature from both sides. Still the outer turrets are there, and that's a little bit of a wild fact, but they're going to be tussling over that one for the next while.
But we've got all of the outer turrets taken from the side lanes, but mid lane towers still up and available.
Here they go.
Wait.
Monkey find a play on the Care. They've got to do something here. The death mark's going to be popped instantly. Glacial prisoned. And
no.
Monkey sniped from afar by Assume. WE aren't the only ones with a sniper on the map. And it's FPX taking advantage of the play that WE wanted. It's starting to feel a little bit doomed for Karis in the side lane. He's trying to get away from this one, but Sheer tagged him with the needlework, and that'll be quick workings as FPX pick 2 in the side lane. Maybe even looking to pick 3 as they look for mid lane. Vampire going to get caught a bit there, but FPX, they do make a little bit of a market increase in their gold lead.
Indeed, you can see right here. Assume also just have to step up. Cube goes in though.
Okay, Cube getting chunked now as well. Doesn't realize how much damage Assume does with the Lord Doms now too. Vampire has to back away, and that second item is hurting. Deadly Flourish not going to be used, but the curtain call will be. Sheer there to try to block any damage onto this combo of Jway. He will end up using the Rift Herald to make his escape. The taxi cab of FPX is alive and well.
Good reason. You really just don't want to see it in the majority of your games. Now, potential catch here. They're just going to put Monkey in the bounce house and take him out.
Unfortunately, no matter how much confidence you have in yourself, it all comes down if you can deliver. Even if you say, pick me that last pick Zed, unfortunately comes back to bite you in this truly competitive setting. And WE starting to lose that hope in game number 2. We're looking like we might be going to a game 3 as the Baron is going to be taken down by FPX.
FPX fighting their way back into this series. Yeah, you end up losing the Drake, but not going to be unhappy with this trade whatsoever. It's actually been a really interesting game so far, where we haven't seen a ton of straight-up 5v5 team fights. We had a couple a little while ago around the Herald, but since then, things have really slowed down, and that very much is to the benefit at the moment of FPX. WE, Taeyoon, Karis, they kind of need these team fights to be able to do their thing, unless of course you can try to find these proactive, aggressive realm warps from Karis, but we just haven't seen any of those, not in a long time.
And unfortunately, the guy that wins you games in Taeyoon is on a Jhin. And I'll say, as a lover of Jhin, he is not the hyper carry that a Draven is.
Nope.
So you definitely putting, again, I'm called it from the draft, putting Taeyoon, the guy that literally wins you like 90% of your games, on the Jhin, definitely putting him on the back foot. But I do still like that they tried this, and we still have a lot of game left to go. But it's just giving Monkey a lot of onus, giving him a lot of praise, giving him a lot of respect. As Realm Warp from Vampire in there. Pop loss, 1-2. We've seen these plays before. Although WE might have an angle, Monkey trying to find his way in there, but it's just going to be soloed out, taken down. Nobody has fallen from the side of FPX so far, and it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Taeyoon, the last one standing, and this should just be the push into the base with Grub again.
There we go, this is what we wanted to see from FPX. We were surprised by how little they were able to get done in the previous game, but this one, looking great. Assume just going to flash forwards, he's going to pick up that kill. Taeyoon goes down, and the Nexus will be soon to follow.
There you go, Assume. Stretch your stuff on your Draven, and it was a tried and true victory for FPX.
To your Ambessa, your Rel, they're going to be tanky enough. At the same time, you can just go for a pick composition, like you said, with the Ash Arrow, see if you can land a Charm. You can turn around onto these picks very quickly, or on Cube and Vampire to be able to buy space, buy time, and allow these carries to be able to do the damage that they need to.
I love all that deep hitting analysis. I love all that setup. We are just going fisticuffs in bot lane. You cannot run away from the approach velocity setup. And Vampire, he's going to suck the life out of FPX. First blood goes over.
Now, though, he is going to get aggressive. He's got Vampire in the area, so actually doesn't need to be too respectful. This is something you can do. We talk about the very fast clear speed, sure. You are bullyable.
Oh, Dwayne might be a little bit caught now as well. Has Kara
flash charm.
Karis going for the flash charm. Dwayne going down early now as well. That'll be 2 kills in the early game for WE. And Monkey can continue playing oppressively into the jungle of Shadow as well on this Naafiri. Gonna keep clearing though as Dragon number 1, albeit a little bit later than what we've seen in the series so far, will go the way of FPX.
Something at least for them to potentially try to see where these top laners go. Teleports are available, so they can join up if you really feel like you need them. Monkey starts the grubs, but is going to be forced to back away at least for a second. Oh, the arrow.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to connect. TP's coming in from both. Big Magnet Storm in there as well from Vampire. Bullet time going to be immediately stopped. Assume you said it had to be his moment. He can't find it. And now WE with full members strong descend onto FPX as Monkey's looking for an angle now. This Naafiri first pick might just be paying off. Darkened Daggers, and good night goes Sheer. Sleeping, talking about those little Betty going over the way of Team WE, rightfully so. I think you're gonna easily pick that one up, and we're going back to Farmville 5 million. As
maybe not.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow. He walked into it, and that's the Magnet Storm just to make sure they get the pick on a Kara in the side lane. Kara's out under turret as well. Big execution.
Flexibility. The front to back works, but the pick potential is also huge. I think even if that Enchanted Crystal Arrow misses, you likely still get that kill. Cube now getting jumped right here. Takes a decent amount of damage from Sheer. Does it back too, but Assume Shadow in the area.
Lilting Lullaby, bullet time on top. It doesn't proc it, so he has to stand there and take it. There's only 1 minion coming up with this wave. They really have to do something. Public execution going in, and it will be the kill secure by Assume. It's going to take an extra turret shot on the back end.
And not quite enough follow-up from WE. Rough at the moment for FPX.
It is indeed, and after all that build-up from game number 2, feels bad. The sniper shot coming through. From the man himself, the guy that's been the carry for WE and Taeyoon.
Gorgeous combo, really nice, well-executed dive right there. Exactly what we were hoping to see. Karis, it's knocked up.
Okay.
Still has the ulti, should be fine. Yeah, doesn't even need to use it, just walks that one out. And this is surprising. I didn't even know that they were necessarily going to be able to get themselves into Group Ascend. I thought they'd maybe be a mid-tier Group Nirvana team. I watched some performances from Vampire that had me scratching my head just a huge amount. but watching them
circle around this top side and try to get this outer turret.
Pretty low. The tower might just die here. It does.
Get the Enchanted Crystal Arrow across, though, and now FPX might be in a little bit of trouble. Lilty Lullaby used the Unstoppable to get out of the sleep. That was beautifully timed there as well. And now FPX are heading for the hills, but that white flag, it didn't get raised soon enough, and they're losing members left and right. Let the Faker rain down on FPX. As memories are untold, WE, they're looking to take this series home. And as well for Monkey. And this team has really turned it up. We talked so much about these two teams kind of clashing into each other at the highs of their seasons so far. WE using that momentum is ever going to be sprung. Voracious Atacon is there.
Oh,
and Vampire just says, let's kick off the party here. Karis going for the flash charm play. Shadow has to go golden. As now the TP has come in. Bullet time is not going to be just enough there, as they don't have even the target, because Assume is in mid lane, have to burn his flash. Sheer going to try to get his way out, but this lead is just too big, and Assume fell in that mid lane fight. Not even able to get anything. The second round robin is nigh. And you're getting closer and closer to the end of the split. This series is going to start mattering that much more. All the lessons in Group Ascend, well, they might not have come out the better record of it. They are finishing. It's so WE to not give this guy necessarily the big carry potential, but he still finds a way to be influential, like the Jhin last game. Still was a massive carry, but unable to do it. Now Shadow caught out. Speaking of massive carry, Vampire has been picking up all the kills, but Cube just goes into a 1v2 fight. The rest of WE realize, are you good, Cube? Are you good? And he says, yes, I'm good. Holds up the thumbs up. Now it's on to the Baron for WE.
I mean, what? You've got yourself Eclipse, Shojin, Death's Dance. There are so many defensive stats worked into there while still dealing a ton of damage. And you can see it here off the back of that pick onto Shadow, just going to be the Baron picked up. And there's no real response from FPX between Cube and Vampire. They're just keeping them off of this Drake for long enough. I'm going to fall very, very soon. And is this not the peak of ADC performance? 0, and 10? Is that not exactly what you want? The bullet time works finally. There's no need to throw this game. You've got it firmly within your grasp. Just need to close it out.
I gotta say, I mean, there's been a markedly changed energy from FPX here. They are very okay.
That you want to have fallen this far behind with.
We see the play in the bot side, tier 2 turret. Monkey making his way over. So is Cube, though, as well as FPX's defense is up and running. They're trying to flank around the side. K are going to spot them out doing so. Swirl Seed would have made the difference there. Maybe they just go all in with the Lilting Lullaby. It will be the siege on the mid lane, though, that is next for WE. As they're waiting for a wave on bot side. They're catching out Monkey now. Gonna put the Lilting Lullaby. There's all the CC. There's the bullet time. Monkey able to survive for a little bit longer, but goes down to Care in the end.
Yeah, something. That's the kind of picks that you really do want to see. Flashing forwards, though, with the Lilia to only pick yourself up a kill onto one member of the opposition, especially when there's not going to be any jungle objectives up and available for a while. It's not ideal, but it is something. They really needed a previous set of series, but here, it feels like WE just have their number.
Guess both teams can still rest assured that they both take down Weibo Gaming. All of that, they can hold that in peace.
Weibo.
A little bit of a side shot to Weibo, but it's WE looking to take a full straight-on shot at FPX now as well. Sway is on a flank but goes down. I don't know how you got there, but you're going to question your motives as another couple kills goes through. A reset goes out for Monkey, and that's Shadow down for the count. Go ahead and pin him. Count 1, 2, 3, because WE, even if it took 3 games, they will snuff out the Phoenix. They will propel themselves to a 3-win streak on their own on the back half of this split. These wins are so impeccably important. And WE, they're looking to make the run of a lifetime here in Group Ascend as they try to take down Sheer one last time. They're going to wipe the floor with FPX. Game 1, Game 3, going the way of Team WE, and a 3-win streak to boot.
You just stop so much of what NIP are trying to do. I think very specifically the Pantheon and the Silas are now going to have to think a couple of times before they go flying in part of this game.
I like that you mentioned the stuns because BLG a little low in that department.
Yeah.
Bin and Shanji going to go at it. Aki has shown up to the party. Ward goes down. Bin does have a summoners. He will get stunned up, but he's going to hold this flash in the back pocket, try to sustain through. Taking a lot of damage and will flash that giant axe.
Yeah, had to make sure he didn't get hit by that decimating smash. Oh, now the engage in the bot lane.
Oh, this is a great pick on the PP God. Wei waits out the flash. On gets first blood. There's a wave here, too, as Leave is in a lot of trouble trying to eviscerate this wave. He's going to flash to the backside of the turret as Wei is looking to take him down. Good flash from Wei as well. They balance the turret aggro perfectly, and BLG doing well.
On very nearly taking another tower shot right.
Lured on the false sense of security. They knew where he was the entire time, Blocks.
Yeah. Wei at this point walks into the opposition jungle, basically just to buy a little bit of space to draw members in. Yeah, Drakes are not exactly one that everybody is tripping over themselves to go and pick up, but still, would like to see it.
Yeah, at least that means you're not going to get a Cloud Soul, right? As,
True.
Onivia does have the Xin Zhao ultimate in the back pocket. Here comes Pantheon coming in as they're looking for a play on the night. Will be forced to flash away.
Okay, Aki, what?
Doinby is going to join the party too, but the micro stuns, are they enough to do anything? Doinby taking up turn shots, but a good ultimate. That stolen Xin Zhao ultimate to make sure he secures the 1-for-1.
Had to go in there because he was going to die either way.
Pretty snappily. It didn't look like they were really on the same page. I don't think he expected Aki to get there and, flash. But, he was able to follow up on it. Good on him. As Doinby has his own maiden. He's a handsome man. I do expect the maidens to go after him.
Exactly, of course. And to be fair, in this situation, the fact that Bin's maiden survives is huge. Oh, hang on. Shanji, is he about to get dove right here? He's already pretty tanky to know, though.
See what he can do in the 3v1. He's already going to lose one plate here. Everybody's shown up. They're just waiting. Ignite goes down. On is going to start tanking up. He's going to charge Shanji into the turret. And On will be able to survive on just a sliver.
And now the cross-map play is going to be a dive right here onto Bin. Who's going to start this one up? In they go. Just an easy kill here. Yeah,
they make it look easy on that one. As Doinby will be the one who gets credit for the kill. Now this time for
Too far. Just by hovering around and forcing Shanji to keep respecting having to go join up with the rest of the team, it allows more time for Bin to go and have one-on-one time right there with the tower. Gets it down very, very low. And still there's 2 grubs available to be fought over.
All right, going all the way. Big damage coming out. Another Keeper's Verdict channel. That one will go in the back pocket for a couple more seconds. Zaki, PP God down to about half HP.
They're still going.
Yeah, more grubs have been started. This is just a big game of chicken right now. Shanji doesn't have teleport, so he can't join. Aki below half HP is on Night and Wei. Look to make their way in. Zhao ultimate stolen away. That's a second grub secured. Keeper's Verdict going to knock out Doinby. And it'll be an even 3-3 split for grubs. PB God is in for Elk. He's forced to cleanse. Elk could be in trouble. Doinby trying to get there, but PB God takes too much damage and he falls. On going to stuff Doinby from getting in. Now trying to get to Elk. Switches his target to On. Gets the kill, but is stuck in the pit with Wei trying to heal up. Meanwhile, over on the side, Knight gets 2v1. Now it's a 2v2, but Leave full HP, no mana, no chase.
Yeah, not going to be able to do anything. Indeed, they are. Now, the thing is right now, you've got your Yorick in the area. Not exactly ideal in terms of map play, but you do manage to grab that Drake. He's going to be traded back for a tower right now. Shanji has been doing...
seems to be relegated to a bit of a footnote. Feeds of strength still on the table for either of these teams. BLG one objective away from securing it, as NIP had gotten first turret. Knight will equalize the turrets by taking one for himself here.
Yeah, I'm just very much going to be wanting to play around this spawning Rift Herald. 30 seconds until that one's up, and actually kind of sucks for Bin that he loses Maiden right there.
A worry. Speaking of objectives, a minute until this next dragon. BLG looking to put themselves on Soul Point, which means that NIP certainly has some incentive to fight.
Oh yeah, very much. You don't want to be giving Soul Point over at this point in the game. Far too early for that.
Elk forced to cleanse. Here comes Knight. It's 4v2 for right now. Teleport coming in. Aki down to below half HP. Getting lower, trying to get away. Survives from now. Doinby joins the fight, but so does Bin as the teams are split. Doinby's in the middle of the fight right now. The Maiden putting in serious work. Shanji on the backside trying to run distraction. York's Maiden dies, but still there. Still trying to wade through the crap as Shanji. He's going to flash over the wall. Bin is in hot pursuit. Will not be able to get more. Nobody goes down, Bloxer.
Yeah, we lose a couple Maidens
Wait a minute,
in that
hold
fight.
on.
Actually,
spoke too soon.
Oh no!
As they find Leave. Great play from On and Knight.
What did I say? What did I say, Annie? It's the mispositioning errors from Leave that have been costing NIP dearly right now. Great seismic shove back too.
Your problem, PP God falls before Aki can get in there, and it's just a broken fight. BLG taking advantage.
So another fight, right, where NIP step up after the initial engage goes down, think that they can re-engage, and they really can't. Now they're going to lose themselves this Drake, and it is going to be soul point picked up here for BLG.
And not only that, but you have a discernible gold advantage now of about 1,500. Doinby teleport again, looking to break this up. Dragon's going to be secured. NIP, they have to make a move soon. Shanji's ultimate still on cooldown. BLG able to live through that. Rift Herald getting good damage, but not going to get the turret.
I mean, Doinby maybe can step up and try to take this one down, but it's just so unfortunate. Shanji teleports into that fight and just runs. Has to get away pretty much immediately. It was such a split fight, a broken fight, like you said, where nobody is able to just draw the lines in the sand and try to front to back. Instead, it's a complete and utter mess. Atakan actually going to be started. This, I've seen NIP throw around Atakan before.
This is aggressive. Maybe NIP thinks that they're at a great advantage or a too big of a disadvantage. But BLG has joined the party. They're about 3,000 HP, getting lower. Who's going to secure it? Looks like it's going to go to NIP, but now BLG trying to win the fight as Onivia engaged on. PP God getting low, big knockups coming through as Aki's in there too. They find On, but the health bar starting to dip lower and lower. A lot of flowers on the ground trying to pick them up as well. Elk doing some serious damage on the Leave as Leave will fall. Elk dies on the backside to the dead body of Shanji as NIP were able to scoop up a good amount of those flowers, but are now cut off by the Weaver's Wall. The engage goes down onto Bin. The Maiden trying to help out. Big seismic shove from Knight as the health bars drop, and BLG win the fight.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you managed to get yourself the Artican, but I don't really know who was able to here for Knight. If you have this similar kind of fight, oh boy, you can just run through it. And actually, I love that. Reflected in the build path as well is going to be an 8-stack Medjai's in his back pocket.
Known for building that Medjai's. Certainly one of his favorite item options as Aki gets engaged on. Stolen Keeper's Verdict will keep him alive for now. Knight coming through on the Weaver's Wall. And all of a sudden he's found himself in a 3v1. He's got a flash over the wall as he is ignited and has to limp away.
BLG got themselves about 1,000 gold in as BLG.
Yep. NIP have a decision to make, and the decision is to go on to this dragon. Let's see if Wei can get in there and steal it away, and can't quite do so. He's knocked out of the fight. See if NIP is going to look for a little bit more as Doinby was knocked out. PP God getting seismic shove as Aki gets onto the back line, but he's stuck in 3v1, going to mitigate some damage as Leave is trying to get in there, but can't really do so. PP God going in, and Leave got to the back line, and he's able to put down some serious damage. It's a couple kills for NIP.
There we go, that's exactly what we were looking for NIP. They get aggressive, get themselves the Drake, and then are able to turn this one around. And actually, pings right now onto the Baron. They're looking to extend this advantage that they've just been able to find for themselves. Yes, there's a decent push going on from Bin in the top side, but he's going to have to back off. Wei is alive, has no flash, has no ulti. I don't know if he's going to be able to even get close to trying to steal this. I think it's too late, it's gone.
Well, he'll be in position, but Doinby might be there to try to stop him. 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. Nope. Can't get it. NIP secures the Baron. BLG.
For getting involved in that fight exactly as one must when playing this Kai'Sa. So far, he's had a couple of good moments, a couple of bad ones. I think the main problem for BLG in that fight was it was just very split.
All right, Doinby's got to go golden here. Multiple members of BLG, but the teleport coming in for the Scion is... he's going to steal the Xayah ultimate to at least escape for right now, but could cause a bit of a problem later on here as PP God trying to mitigate some damage. Shanji now getting taken on by multiple members of BLG. He's got to flash away. Leave is here. He's full HP.
It's the ult away.
And it looks like NIP will survive, but they take the bad end of a trade.
Yeah, this is now multiple. Add yourself a small advantage because of having the Baron buff, but they haven't really been able to hit too many towers up until this point.
All right, Doinby getting in there, but he's got to dash away. Now he's caught in the cage. He's not doing just fine. He's knocked up. He's got the Keeper's Verdict. Who's he going to drop it on?
PP
Looking for a key member. Takes him out. Sends Knight flying. Elk going to dodge out of the knockup. They're going to take out Aki as well. Leave completely cut off. That seismic shove means that they're on Shanji, but he's not taking that much damage as Leave rejoins. Big stun coming through. Has been below half HP. As the Maiden will go down, another nice seismic shove as Shanji is getting lower and lower. And finally, NIP will be able to siege using this Baron just a little bit. Mid-inner turret will fall.
That was a lot of time.
G can turn it around, right? I think we're still holding our breath, holding out hope. This team has been the team that the LPL has really relied on to have international success, especially given the last year. Flash play made. Here comes Pantheon getting into this back line. Who's he going to hop on? Not going to use anything yet. Is Doinby. Oh my god, he was able to find a way back into the fight. PP God is very low. Aki on the backside trying to deal with Elk, but Leave gets back there. His shield is running out, but he's got the Guardian Angel. Now, can you stop Bin and Wei? You can't. They're on top of your carry. Shanji's here too little, too late. As BLG, hold your breath no longer. They win a convincing fight against NIP.
There it is. That's the fight that we've been waiting for right here out of BLG. NIP get drawn way too close into that one. It's still a little bit of a mess, but in this back and forth, BLG will rise. And now, with those 3 grubs and your Yorick available to you, these towers are going to melt. 30 seconds until the majority of the main carries are back up and available. I don't know that you can end right here, but BLG, they're certainly going to be able to push forwards. Could potentially take themselves down this entire game. 20 seconds.
Position end.
PP God is up.
All right, let's see what PP God can do. Can he actually kill the Maiden? It's really low, and he will fall. The Maiden's still standing as BLG will end this game. Aki up in 2 seconds. I don't think he can stop them. He's going to give it the old college try, but is stuffed once again by On. The Nexus will fall, and it wasn't pretty, but BLG win the last fight.
Every time I get to see the Nico and the Kalista on my screen, it is a good day. It just helps so much when you can either throw the Nico in for that engage, or because that makes it very telegraphed between the If you can allow Shanji and Doinby to get ahead, they also do a lot.
Problematic. All right, we're going to try to get some damage on the key targets. On Wise to steal the cannon. That means that Leave will go down. It'll be first blood going over to Wei. As you don't take that increased damage when you are a minion. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, nice play there by Aki to come through. They take out Knight and get his flash.
Yeah, well played. Not quite going to be able to pick up 2 available down in the bottom side of the map, but Aki could potentially be looking for another dive right here. Bin all by his lonesome.
Oh my goodness, we have another teleport coming in. They're going to try to 4-man Bin. Did burn his flash. Aki tanking up. Good bubble lands. He's going to tank one more and die for it. And Shanji will be able to walk out. He gets the kill, but Aki just, man. And by the way, Wei took your entire top side jungle as well. That means that Aki will be further away from 6. He is going to try to chase down Wei here. Don't know how much success he'll actually see, but Doinby does give chase. Shanji going to flash over, hits a dog, but is going to get the flame spinner down. Kill goes over to Doinby.
Hey, that's something back. Good job from NIP to be able to turn that one around. Now they're going to continue pushing on forwards, on taking some decent burn damage, but still, you're well aware of your opponents being here right now. Elkanon going to play respectfully enough, and this is again opening up more time down in the bottom side right here for Bin to be able to just free hit onto this tower. This is the thing right now, despite the fact NIP, they are finding game versus top. The Lucian already had 3 or 4 kills, was kind of running the map.
All right. ELG grouping up on their top side of the river. An IP on the bottom side. Aki right in the middle of the dragon. It's going to be taken away by Knight. And Knight is going to go crazy in this fight, ready to make some plays. Doinby down to half. Leave, got to get healed, but he goes down. It's a double kill for Knight. He's out of mana, but he's looking for a little bit more. On stuck in the back of the pit. Can they get Doinby first? And they do. They take him down. BLG wipe away NIP.
That was a really well-played fight right there from BLG, and the fact that Knight is down in the bottom side of the map, doing some good damage right here onto the tower. Mid lane pressure coming through as well. It very much feels like BLG run the rift at the moment.
Yeah, first turret going over to Bin. You know, they're up 3,000.
Putting themselves in the lead. They want to step towards getting that 2-0. They do not want to lose a single game here to NIP.
Looking mighty fine here for the side of BLG, and we talked about, you know, what's Leave going to look like later on in the game when he doesn't have all this set up for him. And right now, down in the dirt, 0-2-1. It's going to be hard for him to have much of any impact in this game unless he goes completely unchecked. Turret going down to the top side. Aki getting traded on here in the river, taking a little bit of damage. But it is all BLG, as there's now 3,500 up for them.
Yeah, they're just going to be able to continue extending this gold lead out. Remember, BLG, they're not
have to teleport. Dragon has been started. It has been reset, but BLG are on top of it right now. It looks like NIP will not have a response as their solos are catching side lanes.
Indeed, it is just going to be this Drake picked up right here for BLG. Their second of the game. Now they can compete for soul point on the...
Swift Charles has been started up on the top side. 5,000 HP. Teleport coming in from Knight. going to be matched by Doinby. We're on his mid turret. So NIP have control of the river, but might be losing it soon. Doinby coming through on the side, looking to just get that pressure on with the sneaky ultimate as they turn around on Doinby and take him out. The Herald does go to NIP, but Knight is coming through on a flank. Aki going to try to get in, but he's got no one to pull. Culling going down, not doing a whole lot of damage. Big knockup from On as well. Tidal Wave coming through, splits the gap. Aki on the side is very low. Way burning, but has to get out and will. And here comes Knight and Bin as NIP are between a rock and a hard place, trying to burn away Elk. Shanji's able to do so. PB God hits a nice bubble, leave at half HP. On with a huge root there on the Tangle Barbs as they're coming through, and they're able to take him down. Bin gets that kill, and yeah, they're going to look for more, but are they going to get it? The dogs are barking. Bin is flashing, looking for Shanji, and BLG will take out NIP. Full control here in Game 2.
It's going to be a delayed ace right there, and what a fight from BLG. It's split across aggressive here, even though there's still a tower in the mid lane, and pick up these remaining kills.
Really creative start to the fight by On as take a look. Knight's getting his 5th kill. That legendary Ari becoming even more legendary by the minute. 14 stacks of that Magi's. Completely deviated from his initial build. He said, I don't need Leandries. What's that? I got Magi's.
Exactly. Just going to be going for...
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Knight. He's got no ultimate.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Knight has no more Magi's. Sell. Stonks down. Stonks down.
Panic selling the Magi's right here. This is why you don't buy Magi's, right? It guarantees you're about to die in the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, honestly, that is the
awesome engage to kick this fight off.
Done a great job of finding them to start. Shanji going to join the team. Leave. Took a little bit of damage. Now he's down to about half HP. Be very worrisome in a moment. Good wards by NIP here. Dragon has started, but it's slow, and it's not steady at all. NIP knows they have to head back to this mid wave. Looks like they will cede full control of the river to BLG.
BLG very much in control right here. Charm does land. Aki very tanky at the moment, though.
Try to leverage the Rift Herald for this control here. Aki is the one who gets rooted up. Lumi's going to drive it in. Shanji knockups there. Good pull back from Elk on the Fate's Call. On will be off to the side. That's a big cooldown lost.
Yeah, it really is. I love the just Rift Herald engage that we see there. And actually with health bars slowly getting chunked down, BLG are going to pull away from this Drake. They're going to potentially look for some resets. A bit risky right now. You've fully given NIP the fast track over towards this Drake. And it's not a particularly easy composition to walk in on.
Oh, Leaf. Good chunk. Right below half HP is this Dragon. 8,000. Leaf going to dash forward. Not going to find anything there as Elk is looking to get good damage in. And Leaf is chunked. Here comes the Equalizer down to split the fight. Way in. Elk can't get in. On is there. On with the pop blast him. On to 3. Can the rest of the team catch up? Charm lands from Knight, but he gets knocked up. A Bin goes over the top on them and is starting to chunk him out, but he goes down. They do manage to find the jungler of NIP.
Oh,
and Way is going deep, but he's got to flash out. Got to be very careful for the rest of this fight. NIP, though, is in enemy territory and quickly running out of room. Gonna get to the blast code. Shanji gonna be able to do over on the side. PP guy gets picked off. Leave gets exhausted. He's too tired. Shanji trying to burn him away. Elk will flash and die, but they will still find the top laner of NIP. That is an ace for BLG once again.
I think because Elk dies in that situation, you don't immediately lose the games. We've seen far more convincing victories, but a 2-0 is a 2-0. It does the same job, and it's the sort of thing BLG need to kick off their run of weaker opponents that they're going to have. NIP right now desperately trying to stop the slide. They have lost 4 games in a row. Looking like it may become 5 in this situation.
Another engage there. Good tangle barbs too, as they find Doinby. On is caught, but nice job, Elk, getting him out of trouble and also saving his own skin as Shanji will go down. Double kill for Elk as Leave looking for more on the Knight. Here comes the culling. He's got a cleanse. Knight will flash away. Meanwhile, Way is continuing to put pressure down onto Aki. Bin showing up, chunks out and takes out Leave as BLG win yet another fight.
That was incredibly aggressive right there from On, going over the wall, gets the Pop Blossom onto one member, but hey, it's enough to be able to pick up the kill. And exactly as you highlighted, right, you still have got that pullback from Elk to keep him alive. There's nothing you can really do. I feel like we haven't really been able to speak about Leave throughout the majority of this game. And that's the problem, right? We said that this guy on this champion needed to be the main carry, but without the same level of setup that he had in that game versus Top, just hasn't been able to make it work. 1, 5, and 3 right now. 2 items completed, still the BLG victory.
an absolute force on this Ahri, like we expect whenever he picks it up. NIP, oh my god, that's a big chunk on just Aki, right? NIP one in, they will not secure the dragon. Here comes on. Pop Blossom forces Shanji to go golden. Pulls him back on the Fate's Call, though, to keep him safe. Teleport coming through for Doinb, so NIP survives the initial engage. Is there anything more they can do?
They're just going to try pressure forwards. They go,
Between worlds. Good ultimate there, trying to gun down Knight. He's forced to get away. Once back in, he's getting a little chunk with his turret still standing here in the mid lane. So NIP are still getting whittled down.
Yeah, they can't keep any of their waves alive. That's the thing. Rounds available to them on BLG. They just need to find that team fight, which so far has eluded them.
Yeah, the only problem is a lot of members of NIP head to back. Leave actually sticking around at half HP. Charm down onto Aki. Aki is super low. Baron is super low. Aki's got to try to find a way, and he can't. He's going to hit the ultimate onto Bin. Will manage to take him out, but let's see if BLG wants to fight. Big knockups coming through. Shanji is low, but not before he gets a lot of damage in, and Doinb's looking to go crazy. Meanwhile, on the backside, it's Wei who could be in trouble. Looks like he will be able to find his way out, but a victory for NIP. They go 3 for 1, even though they lose the Baron.
Yeah, lose the Baron, but with that can skirt away.
A little bit of breathing room here for NIP, but take a look where Knight is posted up. Top side, sure, Doinb's going to get that turret, but this jungle is not yours, NIP, and if you walk in, you are liable to get instantly popped. 3-man squad here on the bottom side just to take out that wave, but even Shanji knows he can't really get in there.
Yeah.
No wards whatsoever. Big charm, big damage.
Oh,
there we go, immediately bursting out the Nami. Shanji down to half. Knight once back in. And Knight is going to get what he wants. He's got no more dashes. Wei separated by the wall. Gets onto Shanji, gets the kill. Leave, he should have the reset available if he wants to find Leave, but Leave will wisely stay away.
Just back off, but that's now going to be 2 quick kills right here going over to BLG. And now they can push in onto the base, even without the Baron buffs onto all of these members. Still going to be dealing more than enough tower damage. The base begins to crumble. You've even got Bin up in the top lane right now. Pressure on all 3 fronts.
Game 1 was ugly until they won. Game 2, much cleaner by BLG. Yeah. This is the BLG that we expect to see. Playing on 3 lanes here as Elk and On move over to take out the top inhibitor now. The question is, do NIP have any fight left in them? Leave just gets chunked from so far away, and that's only from Elk. He's going to dash in, get chunked some more.
Oh my.
But limp out, but Knight is going to go right after him and punishes him. Here comes On. Big Pop Blossom lands on the 2. Doinb gets to the back line, able to do what he can. Elk is kind of stuck, and he will not be able to find Shanji. But Aki, I don't know what you're holding there. Has been is going to go crazy now. He's going to find Doinb. Wei is in there. Aki drives through the wall. And the base is in tatters. It's a 3v2, even though On's a little too low. The siege is on to the Nexus turrets here, Bloxer, as Bin is untouched. Aki and PP God know there's not too much they can do as Wei is looking to cap this game off with another kill, and instead it goes to Bin. The final Nexus turret will go down very shortly, and it does. So does Aki, and BLG very cleanly getting it done 2-0.
Oh boy, that's going to be a 5-game...